Feeling like you have a million amazing ideas, but you can't seem to turn them into a reality? You're not alone. Creative entrepreneurs everywhere struggle with turning their vision into an actionable plan. That's why I'm inviting you to Your Best Year Yet, a free masterclass that transforms scattered ideas into a simple strategic roadmap for 2025. You'll discover the number one reason your big ideas haven't materialized yet, and more importantly, exactly how to change that. No more overwhelm, no more burnout, just a clear path to building a business that supports your dream life. Join me and learn how to create a business plan that you'll actually use, one that turns your abundant ideas into achievable goals. Of course, we have a link in the show notes, but you can also head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/best year masterclass to save your spot. Your best year isn't just a Hello, my dear, and welcome to the Thrive by Design podcast. It's Tracy Matthews here, Chief Visionary Officer of Flourish and Thrive Academy, and I'm so excited to be here today to share with you a little intel on how to make 2025 your year to thrive. So if you want to have the best year yet, then here's your opportunity, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit more later about how you can follow this step-by-step process to grow your business. Now, today I wanted to talk a little bit more about something that I don't think is talked about enough in the small business community, and that is business planning. And one of the things that you hear people saying all the time is there's two schools of thought. You either need this very complicated business plan or you don't really need a business plan. But what if there was some happy medium that actually created an inspiring vision for what it is that you're trying to create so that you could set goals and reverse engineer and create a plan that was inspiring, easy to execute, and also was measured by numbers? Wouldn't that be amazing? And there's a couple of reasons why people fail at business planning, especially creatives. Number one, they have so many ideas, they don't know how to validate which ideas are actually the good ones and which ones to move forward. Number two, when they start thinking of these lofty goals, like I remember when I first started Flourish and Thrive Academy years and years ago, someone came in and she had 0 sales. And I'm like, okay, so what are some of your goals for next year? And she's like, I want to do $3 million next year. And I was like, that's literally impossible to do in a year unless you have a backer or you have a lot of business acumen and you're set up to scale. And at this time, I think people were still selling mostly wholesale, less online. You know, we want to be lofty and come up with these big ideas and goals, but at the same time, we want to make sure that what we're creating is actually something that can be achieved. And more importantly than anything, that it is supporting what success looks like for us. Because if we're not doing that, then guess what? We're not going to get what we want. We are going to be frustrated. And then we're probably going to be stuck in this cycle of ideation and feeling frustrated that our goals aren't moving forward. So I wanted to drop in on this episode and talk a little bit more about how to create a year, curate a year, whatever, and really make 2025 your best year yet and make it the year that you actually thrive and reach some of those big, hairy goals that you're trying to achieve. So I wanted to walk you through it's not a new system. This is something that I've been doing for many, many years, but I created an acronym for it. And it is called the Evolve process or the Evolve methodology. I'm putting it on for size right now. And there are 6 steps to this. And part of the Evolve methodology is that when we are in a stage of upgrading or quantum leaping or moving into our next stage in business and we're creating these plans, we have to evolve into a different version of ourselves. And so this process is part manifestation, it's part tactical business planning, and also part reflection of like what it is that we are creating. So there's a lot of dreaming in it. There's a lot of curation of ideas and dreaming big and also covering all the areas of our lives. And then in addition to that, we get to take a look at where we are, how we need to upgrade into that next step, how to create a plan that backs up that vision of success, and then also how to create strategies and tactics that support that plan, and then finally metrics and numbers that we can measure to make that happen. So let's dive in. So the evolve methodology starts with step one, which is to evaluate. Evaluation is an important part of business planning because if we don't look at what we've done in the past to move towards the future, then guess what? We're not going to learn from our lessons. We're not going to take the wins and the amazing stuff that happened previously and replicate that. Instead, we're going to probably reinvent the wheel or do the things that aren't necessarily going to support us in our goals moving forward. So if it's time for you to learn and move forward. So part of evaluation, we want to take a look at everything that worked well, not everything that didn't work well. We want to take a look at all of our collection launches, all of our initiatives, evaluate those things. We also want to take a look at the goals that we set last year. So if you set goals on your path and those goals were not achieved or they were achieved or you crushed the goals, or we want to take a look at what you did in order to make those things either work or not work. And this is not about making you feel bad or anything else. It's just information, right? And if we take a look at everything that we've done and use that as information, then this is a great opportunity for you to learn from those situations. Now, as I'm recording this, we are in an election year. This year has been amazing for some people. We have students in our community who have had the best year ever. And this year, some people are down. It's just the fact of the matter. And what I know is that in election years, I've heard this statistic over and over again, is that it doesn't really matter who wins the election. What matters is that once the election is over and a candidate is chosen, that certainty builds confidence, and confidence inspires spending. And for some reason during election years, people just stop buying. It's a little bit strange. We're not really sure why it happens, but people stop buying and sometimes they just put everything on hold. And, I think for a lot of people in the world, the people with money, like it didn't really affect, meaning a lot of probably your customers are unfazed, but a lot of regular people were really affected by inflation. When you go to the store and your Costco, if you go to Costco and your bill used to be $400 when you walked away with all of your regular groceries for the month or whatever, and that almost doubles and you're walking out with $700 and you're actually buying fewer items, that can have an impact on a lot of people. And so we want to take that into account too, like what is happening in the world and what needs to shift and change in your business to support those things. So step one is evaluation. Step two is visioning. I love this process. This is my favorite part of the entire process. This is where you get to create a vibrant vision in the 9 core areas of your life. In this area, in this section, we're looking at not only your business, but your health, your finances, your relationships, your family life, your spirituality, your intellect, like all the things that matter to you. And there are going to be certain areas of your life that you're going to probably want to focus on. And we want to create a vision for what that looks like. Many people who do manifestation and stuff like that, they talk about, quantum leaping into different time zones and creating this beautiful vision of the future of your life. Other people talk about creating a vibrant vision or a really inspiring vision around their business. And so we really want to take a look at what you want to feel and experience during that time. And I'm going to tease this right now, but my brand new program, Your Year to Thrive, is coming out next week, and first module drops next week. And the amazing part about this program is that you get to paint a vibrant picture of what you want your life to look like. And I'm going to show you an incredible hack that you can use to create a story around this, which is super cool. And that inspiring story is something that you can use to upgrade to the next version of you that has already achieved this vision of success, which is the next step of this process. So visioning is very important because feeling inspired about where you're going in your business and where you're going in your life is the driving force that actually gets you to do the thing when it gets hard. It gets you to move forward when it gets hard. Because if you're only doing things for money, guess what? It's not going to really translate in the way that you're doing it. And I don't think most people listening to my podcast are doing anything for money, but just for money. It's really about the creative part of the business and being able to build a business that offers you, the flexibility to make your own schedule, to make a living from your art and all those things, which is awesome. So we want to create that vibrant vision that is really inspiring the next steps to our growth. Now, step number 3 is all about being open to growth. Now, anytime we're upgrading or stepping into a better, more vibrant, more exciting version of ourselves, we have to be open to what it looks like and who the person is who has actually achieved those goals. And most likely, you're going to have to upgrade your identity. That means releasing the limiting beliefs that aren't serving you and stepping in to this version of yourself that has already achieved the things that you say that you want. So that open to growth success starts with you being and stepping into the person who is being in that vision. Does that make sense? So it's like you're a human. This is an amazing way to say it. So working with this facilitator once, and he's like, Tracy, you are a human being, but you're showing up as a human doing all the things. You need to just be. So if you can be and like really embody that version of yourself that's stepping into this new vision of success, then guess what? You're halfway there. Because that energy, that resonance, like what you're putting out there is a thing that people align with, that people get excited to be around, that people vibe with, right? It's that energy. So step 3 is to be open to growth. Step 4 is to launch your plans. So this is all about the business planning step. Okay, so you have your vision for your business, you have the core goals that you want to create, you have your sales goals, like all the things that the financial goals, the intrinsic goals, like all the things that are supporting your business. And then we break those down into, okay, so if we want to create this plan, what needs to happen every single quarter in order for that to happen? So we create the strategy around the plan. We make sure that it's supporting the life that we want, and we break it down. No more overwhelm. We're going to break this down into tangible steps and an easy to execute plan that anyone can do. Then the next step of this, once you have your plan, we want to validate that plan to make sure that we have actionable goals and strategies that are going to be trackable. When you validate your strategies, you start to create meaningful metrics, meaning measurable goals that are actually going to be the thing that show you that you're either on track or off track to what you're trying to create. So it becomes really easy. Success becomes inevitable, especially when you are measuring the numbers. So we want to just come up with a couple of KPIs, key performance indicators, or numbers that help us reverse engineer. Are we on track to reaching our goals, or are we off track? And if we're off track, how do we get back on track? Or do we need to revise the schedule in order to create something different? So validating the strategies that you have is the 5th step. And this is an important part of measuring success. So without the numbers, it's hard to know if you're growing. And so what we're trying to do is, for every important goal, is to create some sort of metric or number around that tells us we're either on track or off track with what it is that we're trying to create. Now, the 6th step of this is execution. This is all about moving your booty into gear. This is all about scheduling your time, getting you into action, having successful project plans, and prioritizing what needs to happen in order to move this forward. This is really like what you're doing on a daily basis, how you're structuring your days, your weeks, your months, how you're delegating, how you're getting stuff off of your plate. So this is the fun part of it, because this is where that vision comes to life. And so then at the end of it, every single quarter, we want to evaluate how things went and move forward into our next year. So the 6th step, I should say, evolve process is all about evaluating, visioning, or your vibrant vision, being open to growth, launching your plans, validating your strategies, and executing those strategies on a daily basis. So if you're ready to evolve into your next best version of yourself, here is your invitation to join us for your Year to Thrive. This is a brand new program that I've created. It is on pre-order right now, and it is a simple, executable program that is designed to help you build your best life and a business that supports your vision of success in 2025. This is where you get to discover what you really want to build your dream life and to create the plans that support us. So support it, I should say. So if you're a creative entrepreneur with big dreams and you want some hand holding to lead you along the way because you blow off planning or you're overwhelmed with trying to figure out how to plan by yourself, if you're someone who's facing a transition and you want to confidently move forward towards this next stage of your life or the next chapter, you're tired of your New Year's resolutions or intentions fading out by February, you're someone who knows that you're capable of a lot more, but you're getting caught and bogged down by overthinking and the details, or you're someone who's frustrated and with burnout and you want someone to really support you in getting things done, then this is a great program for you. So if you want to learn a little bit more about your year to thrive, head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/thrive and join your year to thrive while it's on pre-order. This is a great opportunity for you to upgrade and up-level your business to the next step. All right, ciao for now. Thanks so much for listening to the episode. This is Tracy Matthews signing off. Until next time. If you're loving these strategies for business growth, I want to invite you to something special. Your Year to Thrive is your complete blueprint for turning inspiration into real-world transformation in 2025. This isn't just another business planning program. We start with your vision of an ideal life and build your success around what truly matters to you. No more scattered ideas or overwhelming to-do lists. Inside, you'll discover the proven Evolve Blueprint, my step-by-step system to turning your biggest dreams into inevitable success. From a clear vision to confident execution, you'll finally have the roadmap you've been looking for. Your Year to Thrive is open for enrollment right now. Join us and make 2025 the year everything changes. Head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/thrive to learn more and secure your spot. Let's truly make this your year to thrive. We got you.